Welcome to Tri-Valley Sports Final, your program for the best in local sports action. On this week's show, Addison Leomidi lights it up as the Dublin girls basketball team takes on Manteca. Alina Rios leads the way as the Dublin girls soccer team faces American. And the best of the best in local cross-country square off at the EBAL and North Coast Section Championships. All that and much more right here on Tri-Valley Sports Final. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. I'm Ian Bartholomew. On this week's show, we'll have girls basketball as Dublin takes on Manteca, girls soccer as Dublin faces American, and highlights from both the EBAL and North Coast Section boys and girls cross-country championships. And to get us started with action from the EBAL championships, it's my co-host, Tim Sabrani.
Great. Thank you, Ian. The top long-distance runners in the East Bay Athletic League recently gathered in Concord for the league championships. There, the cream of the crop battled to decide both individual and team titles on the New Hall Park 3-mile course. We start off with boys varsity. And there you see them getting started on a bright, sunny day in Concord. And you see leading the pace right there, Daniel Cynthia Pillai. He's out in front. Heath Salter behind him. And there you see some others making their way down the first mile of the New Hall Park course. And here we see Heath Salter in the lead. Looks like he might win East Bay Athletic League title. But as he approaches the finish line, you'll see that he will trip and stumble. And Daniel Santapillai ends up winning with the mark of 15:21.5. Heath Salter would end up coming in second. Satvik Raju of Amador Valley in third. Justin Fang of Dublin in fourth. And here you see a battle, Neil Ajish, Jeremy Imbo, and Nicholas Barrett from Granada, Dublin, and Granada, respectively helping to round out the top 10. There you see Santapillai receiving his certificate and medal as the top finisher. And there they are. The teams are gathered. All the top finishers there. And there's Dublin. They end up winning the title. So congratulations to them. You see the boys' results. Dublin, Santapillai finishing in first, Heath Salter of De La Salle second, Savig Raju of Amador Valley third, Justin Fang fourth. Team-wise, Dublin wins their fifth EBAL boys varsity title since 2016. Afterwards, Santia Pillai said it was a great accomplishment for the Gales to win the title.
I feel like our whole team, as like a whole, we all trained really hard this season. Like this was one of our goals as a team to win EBAL. So when I saw that guy, he's about to pass me, I knew it. I couldn't let him go. And we all just put it all out there. Like, we knew that today, like even for some of my seniors, my teammates, I knew that this is one of their last races, so I knew I couldn't let them down. So, I just gave it my all. We all gave it our all, and, all of our efforts came to fruition today. We got what we wanted. Our work showed. Like, we trusted our training, and our work showed today. We won.
And from the boys, we're going to go to the girls as Granada junior Shade Bumpus came into this race looking for her second straight EBAL Cross Country Championship. And here you see the teams at the start of the race. There's Granada, nearest on your screen. You knew they would be formidable. Shade Bumpus of Granada, again, looking to win her second title. There she is out front, followed by Macy Mullins of Foothill, Casey Wong of Amador Valley, Taylor Conover of Granada, rounding out the top four. And there you see them coming around. Nice competitive race, but it would be Shade Bumpus again from Granada, bringing home the title. Only a junior, 17:44.2 in first place. The next local runner was Macy Mullins of Foothill. Only a sophomore, she would finish in seventh with a time of 18:39.6. Casey Wong of Amador Valley would be coming into the top 10. A senior, 19:08.7. And there we see Granada runner coming across. And nice job as others come through as well. And there's Shade Bumpus receiving her first place medal. Fantastic job by her and her fellow teammates. There you see the all EBAL girls team. Those are the top finishers. And now we're going to go to the results. Shade Bumpus making it back-to-back EBAL championships. Macy Mullins of Foothill finishing 7th. Casey Wong, Amarillo Valley 9th. Team-wise, Monte Vista edged out San Juan Valley for the league title. Granada, meanwhile, comes in a close 3rd. Afterwards, Bumpus talked about her strategy for the race.
I felt like pretty good at the start, like it wasn't too painful at the start, and I just didn't want to go out too hard, but I knew that I wanted to like be at the front like early on so that I didn't get stuck behind anybody. And then I know like during like the 2nd mile, like the girl next to me, Gretchen, like she was getting like a little bit farther away from me, so I like tried to slowly inch back to her, and then I was able to catch up to her at the end.
So congratulations to her and all of our runners. We saw a couple of outstanding varsity races.
Yeah, what a finish for the boys. That was just amazing. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But Dublin, of course, Anthea Plague got to advantage and won it.
He absolutely did. And the team results were so close. It was less than 100 meters that basically decided the league title for the Gales. Granada was really bunched in with San Ramon and Monte Vista, but Bumpus, 2nd league title. So great job by her.
Bumpus continues to build on her legacy at Granada High School, and Dublin gets the team title, so congratulations to them. And we're going to have more cross-country later in the show with highlights from the NCS Championship. Up next, though, it's our Tri-Valley Sports Final Game of the Week. This week, we're in Dublin for girls soccer as the Gales face American. Plus, a little later, we'll see the Dublin girls basketball team take on Manteca. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. The 2024-25 season was a great one for the Dublin girls soccer team. The Gales advanced all the way to the quarterfinals before falling to eventual champion Cardinal Newman 2-0. Recently, Dublin looked to open the 2025-26 season on a winning note as they hosted the American Eagles. We go out to Dublin High School. Gales, led by head coach Carlos Alvarez, break the huddle. We pick it up in the first half. Dublin starts off quickly. Kylie Palma crosses. Ball bounces to Sylvia Falk, who boots it in. 7 minutes into the match, the Gales have a 1-0 lead. Moments later, Palma gets it to Alina Rios, who dribbles through traffic and fires it in. That makes it 2-0. Rios would have a big night. Dublin now goes on the attack again. Long pass to Alana Yu, who shoots and it rolls out of bounds. Moments later, though, Rios takes the pass and lofts it in. That's Rios' 2nd goal in just a matter of minutes. That makes it 3-0. Gales now look to add to their total. Riley Costello takes the corner kick, and it's headed just over the goal. Now Amasarabi passes ahead to Falk. Eagles try to kick it out, but it deflects off of Rios into the goal. That's Rios' 3rd goal in less than 10 minutes. Dublin extends their lead to 4-0. Gales would also play outstanding defense. Here, Cassidy Brining scoops up the shot. And moments later, she deflects it to Robbie, who kicks it out. Dublin continues to light it up. Fox corner kick goes to Michaela Ignacio, who heads it in. That makes it 5-0. Alana Yu now crosses. Eagles kick it out to Falk, who shoots, but the Eagles goalie is there to make the save. This time, Falk dribbles through traffic, gets it to Ignacio, who shoots and is deflected away before rolling out of bounds. Late in the first half, the Gales show some good teamwork. Delela Reyes ahead to Ariana Medina. It's deflected out. Reyes then feeds Talina Alvarez for the goal. That's Dublin's 6th goal of the first half. They go on to defeat American 7-0. And there you see the final score as the Gales post a shutout. Dublin has since gone on to defeat both Miramonte and Heritage, so they're off to a very fast start. Nice job by them.
Really fast start, and congratulations to Coach Alvarez. His first year as head coach, but he's been in the program a constant force. He's worked with a lot of these girls on club, JV varsity assistant, and it's good to see them off to a fast start.
Yeah, and if you start a game like that, some good things to come, hopefully.
You can't do much better than 3 goals in 10 minutes for Alina, so congrats. Yeah. From girls soccer now, we're going to go to girls basketball. We'll stick with Dublin, though, hoping to match or improve upon last year's 22-win season. The Gales are taking on the Manteca Buffaloes. And there you see the Gales breaking the huddle. And they would be looking to get out to a fast start as Michaela Beltran on the fast break kicks it out to Addison Leonidi, who drains the 3 from the corner. And then we see it again. Penetration, kick out to Leonidi, and once again knocking down the 3-pointer. So Leonidi off to a fast start for Dublin. Now here we see her on the defensive end with the steal. Passes to Chacon, fast break, Beltran. Off the pass from Chacon, layup for the Gales. Now on the defensive end, we see Anya Pandia. She steals off to Aisha Trotter. And Dublin up big early, a score of 19-2. Now on the other end, we see the freshman, Sienna Kwan, punching the ball to Leo Meady. Leo Meady passes to Beltran, kicks it in, the baseline jumper to Rain Hazen. The sophomore drains the shot. Beltran out, Leo Meady on fire from 3-point range. 3 for 3 on the night. And now we see the freshman again, Sienna Kwan, the steal, the pass to Beltran, layup, and Dublin up 26-5 after the first quarter. And Coach Alvarez likes what he sees as the Gales take the court for the second quarter. And Magna Ranjaneni with the layup. She would finish with 7. Now we see the freshman, Valentina Stone, closing on the pass from Ranjaneni. And Leo Meady on the other end, she gets the steal, tips it to Beltran, who attacks the bucket, gets the layup. Now Beltran gets it to the sophomore, Jessica Verdier. Back to Beltran, nice give and go. Dublin up at this point 35-7. Now Sullivan inbounded to Gaia Lembo, the senior. And it would be Chacon right there. This time, there's Lembo off the pass from Taylor Sullivan. So nice job there by the Gales. Now we see Chacon. She'd force the turnover. Verdier, Hazen, Chacon. Good teamwork, good passing. Now we see Chacon again, the pass to the sophomore, Sullivan, who lays it in. There's Hazen, only a sophomore as well, this time to Chacon. Out all year with an injury last season, but she finished with 16 points on this night and is going to be a big part of Dublin's success this year. She finishes with 16, and you see Beltran with 9. And the fact that 3 of them, Chacon, Leomidi, and Beltran, they combined for 34 points. Gales cruised to the win, and they jumped out of that early lead and never looked back.
Yeah, and just kind of the hallmark of Alvarez's teams, Coach Alvarez's teams, are the good defense, force a lot of turnovers, and they convert that to offense.
Well, and they were really hit by injuries last season, and now, I mean, you're seeing it with Chacon. She's going to be a factor this year, along with Trotter. You have Beltran back for a full season. She was only able to play late last year, along with some of the other pieces. This Dublin team is poised to make some noise, no doubt.
Yeah, and you look at their 2 losses. They do have 2 losses, but it's against San Ramon Valley and Carondelet, 2 of the top teams in the state. So this team's going to be a factor this
in
year.
North Coast section, no doubt.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for basketball. Up next, we're going to go back outside for more cross-country action with highlights from the North Coast Section Championships. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. The best of the best in NCS cross country recently squared off at the section championships. Their boys and girls competed for individual and team honors in 5 divisions. And we go out to Hayward High School, start off with the boys Division II race. Local runners would do well. In the early going, amateur Sidvik Raju sets the pace. He's followed by Granada's Nikolai Barron, Matthew Bertrand, Neil Ajish, Ryan Pearl, and others. Later, Raju continues to lead. Now we move ahead to the finish. Raju finishes 3rd, his time 15:32.9. Nikolai Barron finishes 5th, Aiden Verstig of Amador comes in 6th, and 7th is Granada's Neil Ajish. Afterwards, Raju talked about his race.
Out the first mile, it felt pretty good. It was a little bit more slower than I thought. Came around 2 miles, still pretty slow. I had a little bit of trouble trying to get in that 3rd mile. I lost pack of the first 2 people, but I still finished strong with a good kick. During the entire season, we had a bunch of injuries and sicknesses. So the EBAL championships and NCS, when we finally put our varsity teams together, so we did perform pretty well. I'd say our 3 and 4 did pretty good today.
And there are the Division II medal winners. Amador, led by head coach Jason Oswald, finishes tied for 2nd with 131 points. Granada, meanwhile, is your Division II boys champion. The team, led by head coaches Noel and Jeremy Mattern, capture 1st place with 60 points. Now we move on to the Division II girls race. Granada junior Shade Bumpus among the leaders in the early going. Later, Bumpus, Redwood's Sydney Middleton, Foothills Macy Mullen, and others continue to set the pace. Then they hit the cement. Top 7 leaders are still bunched together. Now we move on to the finish. Bumpus finishes 1st with a time of 18:03.3. Right behind her is Macy Mullins. The sophomore finishes 4th with a time of 18:16.8. Amador senior Casey Wong comes in 8th. Her time, 18:52.4. Foothill freshman Aubrey Liu comes in 11th. And there's Granada freshman Elise Bayan Ruiz. She finishes 13th. Afterwards, Mullins said she was happy about her performance.
I did really good, and I really just tried to stick with Sade from Granada, so it was just definitely a lot of effort. It was good. I'm really happy we have 2 fast freshmen this year. They've been really pushing us, Aubrey and Zombie. Aubrey made state as a freshman, and we're really strong, especially our girls team this year.
And there are your Division II medalists, Bumpus and Mullins, leading the way locally. Now we move on to the boys Division I race. Dublin and Cal High lead the pack in the early going. Later on, Dublin's top 3 of Daniel Santiapalai, Justin Fang, and Jeremy Imbu continue to lead. On to the cement. Santiapalai begins to pull away, followed by Fang and Imbu. When we move ahead to the finish, Daniel Santiapalai wins with a time of 15:51.8. He's a senior. Another senior, Justin Fang, meanwhile, comes in 2nd with a time of 16:07.2. Junior Jeremy Imbo finishes 3rd at 16:12.9. And Gale senior Lucas Lippman comes in 5th. There he is. Afterwards, Santiapalai talked about his performance and the season.
After me winning EBAL, I felt like I belonged in this championship kind of atmosphere. So I kind of gained more confidence after winning that race to maybe try and win this race. I feel like my main improvement came from this summer, from last year, my junior year track season to this year cross country. I just trained my hardest. This is my last year as a high school runner. I just want to show everyone what I got.
And there are the top team. There are your medalists, rather. Dublin had 4 of the top 5 finishers. The Gales would also win the NCS championship. Coach Chris Williams on the far right, leading his team to their 8th NCS title. Now we move on to the girls NCS Division I race. 8 teams taking part here. Dublin junior Layla Reddy among the leaders. Just behind her is Karan Nayar. She's a senior. Now we move ahead to the finish. Reddy comes in 8th. Her time, 19:37. Nayar finishes 12th with a time of 20:02.1. And there's Dublin freshman Ashley Liu. She comes in 26th with a time of 21:21. And there are the top team results in boys Division II. Granada wins their 4th NCS team title in the last 5 years. In girls Division II, meanwhile, Granada finishes 4th behind Monte Vista, Redwood, and San Ramon Valley. Foothill comes in 6th. In boys Division I, Dublin wins their 3rd straight championship and 6th in the last 7 years, and actually 8th in the last 9 years, counting their Division II titles in 2016 and 17. The Dublin girls, meanwhile, finished 5th in Division I. So some great action, strong performances, in particular by the Dublin and Granada boys. And we saw some really nice outstanding efforts here.
Outstanding efforts, and great showing by all of our local squads. But I mean, that Dublin program, and when you talk about 8 of 9 NCS titles, I mean, that's really unmatched in the region in terms of, you know, local success. But to see all of our teams do so well, it's just testament to the great coaching and the commitment of the athletes.
Yeah, Amador boys did very well. Foothill girls did well. So all of our teams did very well.
Yeah, exciting. So we'll be back with more, including our athletes of the week, right after these messages. So please stay with us.
Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. Our Tri-Valley Sports Final athletes of the week are Granada cross-country runner Shade Bumpus and Dublin cross-country runner Daniel Santiapale. Bumpus recently won her second straight EBAL championship, finished with a time of 17:44.2. Then she went on to finish third at the NCS Division II Championships and 14th at the California State Meet. Santiapale, meanwhile, won the EBAL Championship with a time of 15:21.5. Next, he captured the Boys NCS Division I title with a time of 15:51.8. And finally, he rounded out his high school cross-country career with a 16th place finish at the California State Meet. For their efforts in cross-country, Granada's Shade Bumpus and Dublin's Daniel Santiapale are our Tri-Valley Sports Final athletes of the week. Congratulations to them. And on our next show, we'll have boys basketball. We'll have highlights from the 20th annual Don Nelson Classic. Dublin looking to win yet another championship.
Yeah, Dublin's had a lot of success in that tournament in recent years, and it's always great that the Gales honor Don Nelson, who wasn't just a great contributor to Dublin High School, but the entire East Bay Athletic League so many years as commissioner.
And we're also going to see the Livermore Cowboys in action. Coach Mike Tripp's team has another outstanding young squad. Amari Chandler, Dylan Wary leading the way.
Yeah, these are important tune-ups for them as they're looking to crack through what's going to be a very competitive East Bay Athletic League this year.
And we're also going to see the Foothill Falcons. They're off to a good start.
Yeah, I mean, Foothills, that's an improved program as well. And it's just the strength of the league and all these games, you know, leading up. You've got to try to notch wins because it's hard to get wins in EBAL. So getting these preseason wins, and particularly heading into it, could be the difference between whether some of these teams make NCS or not.
Yeah, and our teams are always very successful in the preseason games.
Yeah, exactly. And you got some of these tournaments. And, you know, over winter break, you know, all the kids are off, so they can really just focus on it. So they get the opportunity to play in some of these tournaments and showcases and events. So we're happy to cover it right here.
Yep, and we'll also see the Foothill boys soccer team. They're playing well as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And again, tuning up to get right into league right when we come out of the New Year holiday.
Right, and that's going to do it for this edition of Tri-Valley Sports Final. For Tim Brandy, I'm Ian Bartholomew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.